water, tell that boy to hold his breath. I ain't really for the action, cut the check.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. Western Michigan Rebuild Dynasty for the final time. It's a bittersweet day, but we have to do this at some point. This is going to be the last time we're live for this Dynasty on this video game, on this channel, unless that changes in the future. I don't think it will, though. Bought NCAA 26, so we're going to be kicking off a new Rebuild Dynasty in the new video game very soon. But before we do that and dive headfirst into that, I wanted to just kind of tie a bow on this Dynasty, go over the All-Americans, All-Conference, all that kind of stuff, and then that'll be the end of it. So if you guys have missed it, we played in and won the national championship against Kansas State. 48-45 was the final score in, I think, double overtime. Insane game, wild. I called it like the craziest national championship you might ever see. It might be, honestly. Super fun, electric, and a great way to end this portion of the channel's history here. So we started out at New Mexico, did 2 seasons there when we got 25 last summer, actually like to the day almost in July. Got fired after 2 seasons, got hired at Western Michigan, spent 5 seasons there, just slowly building the team up. And in season 5, that's the magical year. We make the playoff, we win the national championship. And this is the end. I mean, that's the end of the rebuild. I mean, I used to do like the Oregon State rebuild and stuff where we would go and play and win like 5 or 6 national championships in a row. And it's just not fun once you get the first couple because you have the best team, you have the best players, and you're not really rebuilding anymore. I mean, that's the end of it, right? So I think I like how this is going to end with us winning the Natty at Western Michigan, completing the rebuild, going from 4-8 to 14-2, and today is just about wrapping things up, tying up the loose ends, and then we'll pick it up soon with our next Dynasty. I'm not going to say who we're doing it with, but it'll be on 26, so I'm excited. Be sure you guys like the live stream, the video, subscribe to the channel, a bunch more content coming your way once we get this thing kick-started, and I'm looking forward to it. So let's just go through and look at stuff and make sure we don't gloss over anything. So our path was Louisiana Tech, New Mexico, Ohio State in an upset, and then obviously Kansas State in the end. All these games are on YouTube, the live streams, the shortened versions, all available for you guys to watch at your convenience if you so choose. An awesome, fun, electric playoff. Kansas State had won the national championship the year prior, so to beat them was pretty dang cool. And they had a good team. They were this close to beating us. So, all right, here's a look at the All-American list. So Louisiana Tech actually had a first-team All-American quarterback, and we also played Ohio State, 2 All-American players here. Bakari Dukes, our tight end, gets first-team All-American. So good for Bakari. I think that's the first All-American that we've had in the Dynasty. As far as all Big Ten, this is kind of wonky because, like, we only played 2 Big Ten games, but, whatever. Dukes is on there. And that's the one thing that kind of feels empty with this Dynasty is that we never did the full Big Ten schedule because of the stupid glitch in the game. But I'm not going to do another whole season just, to play a Big Ten schedule, right? Especially with the new game out and stuff. So, we still played a very hard schedule. You guys know that. Darren Carmen, second team All Big Ten. Surprisingly, nobody on defense. No DeMarco, nobody like that. So, Patrick Stoner gets all freshman team Big Ten. Very well deserved. He had the game-winning touchdown to clinch the national championship. And our punter, Frederick Webb, on there as well. Okay, award winners. I think we had a couple award winners in here. So DeMarco, for Player of the Year, I guess this would have been Heisman, 7th in the voting. Head Coach of the Year. Okay, why? How do we not win Coach of the Year, yet we win the national championship? How does that make any sense, bro? This dude, went 14-1, it looks like in his first year at Ohio State, but he didn't win the Natty. How do you get Coach of the Year for that? We literally took Western Michigan to the playoff and won the friggin' national championship. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. New Mexico's coach is on there, the guy that took over for us. Capper's not in for best quarterback. Doesn't surprise me. He didn't have an excellent year, but decent year. Best defensive player in the country goes to Trent DeMarco. So how he wasn't first team All Big Ten, I don't know. Darius Duval right behind him at second. Our linebackers were so freaking good, man. The key to our entire defense, like their ability to rush the passer and just take away big plays. Hochstein had a good year as well, transferring in a couple seasons ago. He comes in 6th in the best DB voting. Stoner and Carmen are 1-2 punch at running back, 3 and 4 for the best running back award. Funny enough, the 2 guys ahead of them we beat, and they didn't do jack squat against us. As far as best receiver, we didn't have anybody on there, but we had just a really good nucleus of receivers, a good group of 3 to 4 guys that just made plays for us. Nobody in the best D-end. Unitas, we don't have anybody either, not a surprise. Didn't have great D-end play this year. D-tackle play was decent, so that's not surprising to me. Dukes gets first team All-American, but somehow is snubbed from the Mackey Award. That doesn't make a lot of sense either. Our coordinators both top 3 for the Broyles, so our DC actually won the whole freaking thing, so good for him. That's pretty cool. We hired him a couple years ago. Larry Elias, our OC in 3rd. Best linebacker, all of our linebackers are on this list. Coxie, who we got in the transfer portal, Duval, and then DeMarco, all in the top 7. Best center, we got nobody in for. Damn, bro. Our kicker was low-key, like, really freaking important this year and good. He had some massive kicks for us to, like, send games to overtime. I think Washington, he tied the game, right, to send it to OT. Then we ended up winning that game. So I think he deserves to be on that list, but whatever. Woo! All right, DeMarco, Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week. 4 tackles, 3 TFLs, and a sack in the National Championship. Stoner, no surprise. Offensive Player of the Week, 20 carries, 92 yards, 2 touchdowns. That is the one bummer about not continuing this dynasty, at least for now. Maybe I'll pick it up in the future, is Stoner, Capra, so many of these young players, we're not going to like get to do the whole 4 years with them or however long they would have played. But, you know, you got to make hard decisions. So that's why I kept doing Oregon State for so long, is because like there were so many good players that I just wanted to keep playing with, you know. All right, season stats. Take a look at these. So Capra, in his first year starting, 3,376 yards with a 64% completion percentage, 28 touchdowns, but also 23 interceptions. So not necessarily desirable numbers there. Keenan Bobo got a little bit of starting experience this year. He also came in some big situations as the backup. 861, 5 touchdowns, 5 picks. Rushing-wise, Darren Carmen transferred in from, I think, Kansas State, actually. Over 1,100 yards, about 6 per carry, 14 touchdowns, while Stoner goes for 899, over 6.5 per carry, 15 touchdowns, including the last one of the entire season. Two runs of 20-plus, 5 for Carmen. And then Ravitz, the young sophomore, 16 for 69 with 5 touchdowns. And that was that. Receiving-wise, Freddie Savage with a big year. 44 catches, over 1,000 yards, 24 yards per catch. That's nuts. 9 TDs. Clancy, 836 on 66 catches with 8 TDs. Dukes, who got All-American, 26 catches for 663 yards and 6 touchdowns. Continuing on, Brown in his redshirt freshman year, 35 catches for 512 and 6 touchdowns. So like I was saying, just a really good core group of guys. Thomas, too. I mean, he's a running back, but he was huge for us in the slot. 36 catches, 425 yards, 12 per catch with a touchdown. Stoner had some timely moments, 262 through the air. Morris, 6 for 125 and a score on senior day in his last year. Carmen had 122 on 19 catches and a touchdown. And then these other guys chipped in with a few here and there. Defensively, Duval leads us with 80 tackles this season. Our 2 safeties had 69 apiece. DeMarco had 64. Kane had 52. The TFL numbers are unreal. Bro, this is literally broken. 30 TFLs, 16 and a half sacks. That's video game numbers, and we are playing in a video game, so it checks out. While Duval had 27 TFLs and 9 sacks, Coxie had 15 and 8. Caps had 10 and 3 at D-tackle. Unreal. 5 picks for Stokely, 5 for Hochstein, 4 for Kane, 3 for Duval, 3 for Henches, 2 Karoma, 2 for Gaillard, the redshirt freshman, and then 1 for Kendricks, the also redshirt freshman. And then 7 PBUs for Stokely, 5 for Henches, 4 for Duval. Goes on and on from there. Yeah, defense was unreal this year. The linebackers, the corners. Hopefully it's, similar to that in the next video game. Harris, not big numbers, but 10 of 12, 83%. I think the only field goals he missed were the ones that were at Washington State in one of the 2 games we lost this year. But otherwise, he was freaking money, especially on the PATs. Our punter didn't have to do a whole lot this year, but, decent. I guess we could look at the schedule, kind of recap, how the season went. So we started by beating New Mexico in Albuquerque 30-16. We would play them again later. And we played Eastern Michigan. This game was a lot closer than it looks like it was. Like, they may have played us the best of any team this year, which makes 0 sense. We got beat twice, but one of the best. So all these games are on YouTube, by the way. Then we went and absolutely smashed Boise State on the Smurf turf. And then we beat UNC at home by a touchdown. That was a good game. I think that one went to overtime. I have to check. We beat Jacksonville State. They were ranked at the time. Kind of sent them down on a spiral after that. Then there was a bye week. And then we just came out of the bye week flat as heck and got absolutely stomped by my alma mater, Syracuse. Not as close as the score would indicate. Did not play well. Worst game of the season. And then we followed that up with a road loss at Washington State in a game where we missed a bunch of field goals. And this Washington State team won 2 freaking games this year. We were one of them. How wild is that? Like, you beat the national champion, and that was one of your 2 wins. Like, what the heck? And then we had a bye, and then we came out, and this is where we really turned it up, man. Virginia was a tough game. We came out with the win on the road, by the way. Then we beat Vatech at home, and then we went and beat Georgia by a field goal, much better than 7-6. That was a tough game. And then we beat Washington on the road. Very improbable win, not one I thought we would get. If we don't get that one, I don't think we go and run the table. But we got that win in OT, game-winning 2-point conversion. And then we finished things up with a close win against Rutgers at home, 24-17. So how many one-score games were there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Not as many as I thought. And then the playoff, we had some tight games too. But, tougher schedule at the time that we played all the games. But you know what? Easy schedule, hard schedule. We went and we beat Ohio State, the top seed. And then we beat the defending national champ. To be the man, you got to beat the man, and we did that. So we're not going to do anything with this. Looks like he's going to go pro or something. So Lacumbo, left tackle, 88 overall, graduating. Carmen also graduating. He's much better than 82 overall, I would say. Hochstein graduating, again, a pro player for sure. Lemon projected as a 7th-round guy. Henches graduating. Duke's moving on as well. He was only 79 overall. That's crazy. All-American, too. Duval graduating. He had an excellent career, man. Super good. Just a couple of years of straight dominance at linebacker. Most of our offensive line is moving on. Joy, Overhauser on the defensive side. Morris, Cook, and then Crow, and then Coxey looks like he's going to be trying to go pro. So a lot of these guys, some of these guys transferred in and played for a couple different years and gave us some really steady and good production. So tip of the cap to them for sure. And we'll see if anybody gets drafted. Let's go. All right, draft results, and then we'll cut it here in the off chance we end up coming back and doing this thing. So only 1 draft pick, which is nuts. So that just goes to show, like, how good this team really was. Like, we had 1 pro player, and it was Lemon on a team that won the Natty. So it's not like we stacked up all this talent and we just went and balled out. I mean, we had an 87 overall team with a 90 offense and an 86 defense, and we just made timely plays and found ways to win ball games. We did that 14 times out of 16 this year. So just goes to show what kind of team we had, man. Just a gritty team that knew how to win football games. So one last thing we'll look at is the contract, just kind of recap how we did at Western. So we came in, when did we come in? So we took over, I forget now. We played the 2024 season, and we played the 2025 season. We took over in 26. We went 4-8 that first year. I think 3 or 4 of our wins came in like the last. I think we ended the season on a 4-game win streak or something to that effect. I'll have to check. The next year we went 8-6, won the MAC championship, and then the year after that we lost the bowl game. I believe to Coastal Carolina or something like that. Or maybe it wasn't Coastal. It was somebody else. Maybe it was. I forget. I have to check. I feel like we played Coastal 2 years in a row. We lost and we beat them. And then we won the MAC championship again. Won the Camellia Bowl as well. That time I know it was against Coastal Carolina. And then the next year we went 12-2, still in the MAC. Won that title. Didn't make the playoff because we didn't have a tough enough strength of schedule, I guess. And so we went and played the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. Lost to West Virginia, but then we came back in 2030, stocked up some talent, grabbed a couple guys from the portal, moved to the Big Ten. We go 10-2 in the regular season, win both of our conference games, make it to the playoff, beat New Mexico, beat Louisiana Tech, so Fiesta Bowl, Cotton Bowl, and then we won a home playoff game against La Tech, and then we beat Kansas State, obviously, in the national championship. And so look at the progression, bro. 4 wins to 8 wins to 10 wins to 12 wins to 14 wins. I mean, from a 5-year period, that is just steady growth, steady progression. We accomplished everything you possibly could. And so to me, it's just awesome to have built this thing from ground up. And it was a good time. Wish I could have done it at New Mexico, but they decided they didn't want us to do that, and that was on them. And we ended up getting the last laugh, sweeping them in 2 matchups, including in the playoff, and then eventually winning the national championship. So that's that. That is the first time that I've ever done a complete, full rebuild, start to finish. And it was a blast. Really fun year. Now it's time to do it again. We got college football 26. We're going to start with the worst, one of the worst, if not the worst, teams in the video game. Our goal is to not get fired this time and to just rebuild that team and do this all over again. So I can't wait for that. I'll let y'all know when we're going to be going live with that first episode and stuff. It'll be sometime soon. And in the meantime, hit the bell for the post notifications. I'll post something, and you'll know when I'm live when we do that. And be sure to like the video. Check out all the other content on the channel. You can watch back. I mean, this is like a Netflix TV show. You can binge watch the New Mexico and Western Michigan rebuild dynasties if you so choose. The playlists are there. The content's there. So do that if you want. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. More great content coming your way soon. That's it for now. Thanks so much for watching. Really enjoyed this dynasty. Really enjoyed this year. And we did it, man. We took Western Michigan from the bottom to the top. And I enjoyed every second. Hope y'all did too. Catch you on the next one. Go Broncos. Our next challenge awaits.
She still want me hit it again. She call me hollering at her friend, but I can't lie, they both